Hey guys, this is my run on there for Defy Stage 4, which is the same bosses as the one in Sephiroth's Intersecting Wheels. I decided to bring Aranea back on this stage. I also used her for the main stage as well, and I think she's probably the best choice for this stage anyway. And for the other stages, you'll be soon be getting other characters such as Quistis and Estos, and I also have of course other characters saved up. So the approach that I took here is to bring Aranea as the main so-called meta character, but because Aranea is so strong, it sort of allows me to save, so to speak, for the other two party members. So that's why, as you can see, for the other two party members I'm using Cloud of Darkness and Krile. Why Krile in particular? The only reason is that I needed a force gauge charger, but Krile is actually a little bit more than that on this stage, partly due to how her EX works. The whole point of this strategy is to center around Aranea's BT mode anyway, to sort of kill the bosses. And if Krile gets to use her EX before Aranea enters BT mode, then you'll sort of guarantee that you start every turn with your Brave maxed out, because her EX overhead batteries your party every single turn. And this allows you to sort of get your setup going without the use of things like Kai's LD call and such. Cloud of Darkness is the other character that I use, and I guess Cloud of Darkness isn't too outdated because she does have access to echoes, but we haven't used her for a long time already. Cloud of Darkness is actually a good partner for Aranea because one of Aranea's force conditionals requires you to delay the enemy, and Cloud of Darkness's echoes does delay all enemies by one turn, allowing you to fulfill both conditionals with her echoes. Plus, of course, the off-turn damage helps a lot as well. The strategy is very straightforward. We start off with Cloud of Darkness going BT plus and LD, and then on Krile's turn you just use all her Ray of Hope to charge the force gauge, and then go into the Lunafreya call. Lunafreya call will buff both Cloud of Darkness and Aranea with Quick Prayer, which is important, and for this reason Krile needs to be in party slot number 3. Do not put her anywhere else. The Luna call also allows Krile to use both her EX, LD and Thunder attack, and this is really only to refresh the buffs on herself since she used up all her buffs when she was spamming Ray of Hope. Now that setup is complete, Aranea goes BT plus to get the BT aura going, and then Prishe LD call and then enter into force time, which will cancel the enemy's force time as well. Krile's EX should be fully charged as long as you use the same order of attacks as I did during her first turn, and this will bring her overhead back with 5 stacks, which will last until Aranea enters BT mode. In case you're not aware, Krile's overhead is the one that batteries the party, and it normally takes down 1 stack each time you take a turn. However, it does freeze during BT mode as well, so essentially it's a free battery that you get every single turn in BT mode. Cloud of Darkness gets 2 turns here because of the Quick Prayer, so just use double echoes, there's no need to save on it. And the whole point of doing all this is to build up a sizable force gauge bonus before entering BT mode with Aranea. save Aranea's echoes here because I will be using it later on in the fight. I use her S1 before going into BT mode because she gets a consecutive turn anyway, so you might as well use the chance to build up the force gauge a little bit more. If you watched my run on the Sephiroth's intersecting wheels, you know what's coming during the BT mode. Aranea absolutely melts the enemies. Here it's a little bit less because I didn't take advantage of the Noctis and Iris combo. That combo allows you to actually get an additional plus 40% because Noctis will break an enemy on his follow-up attack due to Iris's BT aura. It's a very complicated mechanic around it, but you can watch my other video to get a sense of how that works. But essentially, if you get the combo going, you get plus 115% per turn in Aranea's BT mode. This run though, it's not really required because I've used double echoes on Cloud of Darkness, so instead that has built up my force gauge bonus. Lastly, if you don't have Aranea, there's really a lot of other options here. This stage isn't actually very challenging. A lot of the mechanics actually require the bosses to get a turn, and nowadays, even without Aranea, there's many ways to do no boss turns, and you can just sort of go into force time and spam echoes. The only thing I guess is that you do need to break the enemies to remove their HP damage immunity, but as long as you plan around it, this stage shouldn't be very difficult. You could use, of course, Sephiroth to reset their breath every single turn to 1. This will guarantee breaks every turn, or you could use characters like Iris who will cause the enemy's brave to reset every 2 turns as well. So there are definitely options here to be had. There are of course characters that can re-break, such as Lightning, and the bosses are also not immune to break delays, so a character that specializes in re-breaks will of course naturally also delay both bosses to oblivion. You will exit BT mode with Aranea's turn again due to her consecutive actions, and this is the perfect time to pop summon. I'm not entirely sure if Ifrit summons the best choice. My thinking was that here Aranea will let loose and echoes at 99% and buffed if Ifrit buff for massive damage. But the alternative here is to use something like Brother's Call to boost everyone's max brave, especially Krile, because Krile actually has a rather low M brave stat. Anyway, this also works, so whichever one you prefer I think should be okay. Not quite there, boss survived with 1%, but I have 4 turns in summon mode, so this is a very comfortable finish. That's it for Defy Stage 4. As always, I hope the video has been helpful, and if you enjoyed the content, do leave a like, comment and subscribe. It really helps a lot. Till then, I'll see you guys in the next Defy Stage. Bye!